Greetings to all of you, my dear sisters and brothers and my dear friends, and all of you are welcome to my new broadcasting in Streams in the Desert. This is your Pastor Jenny. Today we're going to talk about whatever you ask for in prayer, believe that you have received it and it will be yours. I'm going to tell you a story from the author. And he says, when my little son was about 10 years old, his grandmother promised him a stamp collection album for Christmas. Christmas came and went with no stamp album and no word from Grandma. The matter, however, was not mentioned until his friends came to see his Christmas presents. I was astonished after he had listed all the gifts he had received to hear him add, and a stamp album for my grandmother. After hearing this several times, I called my son to me and said, "But George, you didn't get a stamp album from Grandma. Why did you say you did?" With a puzzled look on his face, as if he had asked a very strange question, he replied, "Well, Mom, Grandma said, and that is the same as, not a word from me would sway his fate." A month passed and nothing else was said about the album. Finally, one day, to test his fate and because I wondered in my own heart why the album had not been sent, I said, "George, I think Grandma has forgotten her promise." "Oh no, Mom," he quickly and firmly responded, "she hasn't." I watched his sweet, trusting face, which for a while looked very serious, as if he were debating the possibility I had suggested. Soon his face brightened as he said, "Do you think it will be any good for me to write Grandma, thanking her for the album?" "I don't know," I said, "but you might try it." A rich spiritual truth then began to dawn on me. In a few minutes a letter was written and mailed, as George went off whistling his confidence in his grandma. Soon a letter from Grandma arrived with this message: "My dear George, I have not forgotten my promise to you for a stamp album. I could not find the one you wanted here, so I ordered one from New York. It did not arrive until after Christmas, and it was not the right one. I then ordered another, but it still has not arrived. I have decided to send you $30 instead so that you may buy the one you want in Chicago. Your loving Grandma." As he read the letter, his face was the face of a victor. From the depths of his heart that never doubted came the words, "Now, Mom, didn't I tell you?" George, against all hope, in hope believed that the stamp album would come, and while he was trusting, Grandma was working, and in due time, faith became sight. It is only human to want to see before we step out on the promises of God. My dear ones, yet our Savior said to Thomas and to a long list of doubters who have followed, "Blessed are those who have not seen and yet have believed." John 20:29. May your heart be blessed. May your faith be growth. May your hope increase. If God makes a promise, He makes a promise. Blessings to all of you, my dear ones. This is your Pastor Yeti. Love to you all. Bye.